Hey everyone, noah.tempestarii here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So today I have another how-to video for you guys, and today I'm going to show you how to create your own healing oil. So your healing oil can be used for several purposes. It can be used to heal yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, things like that. I do want to say very boldly here that healing oil and healing magic is in no way any substitution for medical help, medical treatment, or medicine moving forward. So please don't use it as such. It's just used to help promote the healing process for you moving forward. So before we begin with the fun part of putting everything together, I do want to give my disclaimer that everything that I show here, I would like to be used as like a concept. So my how-to videos are to be seen as a concept. So you have a foundation to build off of to grab some inspiration and some ideas on how to create your own crafts moving forward. Now, you're more than welcome to use anything I have here exactly as I use it here. You can take bits and pieces and use it as it resonates with you, or you can use nothing at all moving forward, to each their own. And also make sure that you watch the video in its entirety, because what happens is there are some people that answer questions, or they ask questions, that are already answered in the video. So if you do that, I will not answer your question again if it's already addressed in the video, so be sure to watch the video all the way through. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So what you're going to need for this healing oil are some plants, flowers, herbs, or resins that have the properties that correspond to healing. Now, you can find a bunch of information on correspondences online, and you just pretty much use what resonates with you. It doesn't have to be super rare, or things that are like super expensive. It can be things that are just from your kitchen, or from the grocery store, from your metaphysical shop, or even bought online. There are tons of ingredients out there, but the way that I see, everything is made up of energy. So as witches, we're able to wield the energy to manifest our intention. So you can pretty much give anything a purpose. So yeah, let's go ahead and move forward. So first thing you're going to need is some sort of container or vessel to put your oil in. And so I have these little bottles that I bought from Amazon that I use in my shop. And we're gonna, for this spell, we're gonna go ahead and this oil, we're gonna go ahead and use hibiscus flower. We're gonna use jasmine flowers, and then we're also gonna use chamomile. So we're just gonna use a little bit of each. And then for the carrier oil, I'm gonna go ahead and use olive oil again. So olive oil is very common. It's found everywhere. But you can use any type of carrier oil. So you can use vegetable oil, you can use canola oil, sunflower oil, grapeseed, almond, coconut, whatever. You can use avocado oil, whichever oil you want to use moving forward. And yes, each of those does have its own magical properties as well. But I feel that olive oil is very versatile, so that's why I have a big bottle of that, and I like to use it moving forward. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cleanse your bottle and also physically clean it. So when I get these from my my order, I go ahead and take a few of them, and I'll go ahead and physically clean them with soap and water. And then to cleanse them, I'll just put them in like sea salt water, dunk it in and then pour it out, dunk it in, pour it out a few times, whatever. And then I'll place them upside down on like a towel so they can dry out. Once they're dried out, they are physically and spiritually cleansed moving forward. You can also use things like smoke cleansing. You can place it on a bed of like sea salt. Take it outside in the wind, things like that are good options as well. I just wanted to give you a few ideas on that. And so when it comes to flowers, I don't know, for me they just symbolize peace. They're very calming, tranquil, and usually when you're in need of healing, there's some sort of like stress trauma, problem, worry involved. And so flowers are really good for, like I said, peace. So I'm going to go ahead and imbue these with also with healing moving forward, even though they do have healing properties of their own. So as you'll see here, I don't have a mortar and pestle with me. So that's just to show you that you don't have to have, any sort of tools to create your own crafts. They are helpful. There's no problem in using them, but I just want to show you that you don't have to. So I'm going to take some hibiscus, and I'm just going to go ahead and crush it up a little bit if I can. Crafts are meant to be messy, so don't worry if you make a mess. Let's see. Okay, so we'll put the hibiscus aside, and then we'll go in with some jasmine. Jasmine is my favorite, you guys. It's my favorite flower. It smells so amazing. When it's dried, it doesn't smell as fragrant, but it's still pretty good. So I have some jasmine. I'm just gonna crush it up. Okay. That's not gonna work. Let's go do this. When I used to work at the casinos in California, a lot of the dealers are Asian, and they used to wear jasmine flowers in their hair, or pin it to their name tags and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's that smell? Oh, it smells so good. Is it a perfume? And a lot of them smell the same. So I finally asked one, no, it's this jasmine flower, check it out. And so I smelled it and I fell in love. I love the hem jasmine incense. They're so amazing. And then I don't know how nobody planted it. Where I used to live in California before I moved here, there was a jasmine flower or jasmine plant that planted itself in our front yard, and so I would smell it through my window. It was really awesome. So the universe is like, you want it, you got it. So I love that. All right, lastly we have some chamomile here, and so I'm just gonna rub it. And it doesn't help that I have my fan on either. The ceiling fan, I mean. Okay. I went ahead and put the rest aside. So here we have our ingredients. And so now we're ready to put in the oil. So I have a little funnel here. We're going to cap it. And then how I like to mix my oils is I like to take it in my power hand. So usually your power hand is your dominant hand. So I'm a lefty, so my power hand is my left, but yours may be your recessive hand. It's just whatever you resonate with moving forward, or whatever you deem to be your power hand is also the same. So with the other hand, I'm going to go ahead and take my index finger and my middle finger and find my pulse on my neck. And the reason I like to shake the oil to mix it to the rhythm of my heartbeat is because I feel like my heart is my energy center, and as it sends the pulse throughout my body, that sends energy throughout my entire body. And so what it does is, as it pulsates through my bloodstream, it's also projecting out of my power hand and into the oil to further empower it. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to find my pulse. I'm going to go ahead and just shake it to the rhythm of my heartbeat. You can do this for as long as you want. You can shake it for a number of times. You can shape it for, a few minutes. It's completely up to you on what you want. You can shake it vigorously, whatever you like moving forward. Whatever works for you is what I encourage you to do, okay? So let's go ahead and shake this. All right, and so here we have it. So this is our healing oil. It's very beautiful. I love the colors, and you want to go ahead and further charge this on your altar space. So one easy way you can do it is with your hands, just picturing, or not picturing, but like envisioning the healing energy, giving it that purpose, putting healing energy into this. You can chant over it, you can recite an incantation over it, you can pray over it, whatever you choose. If you can't find any incantations, you can't write them on your own because you don't feel comfortable with doing that yet, or you just don't know how or don't want to, you can also look them up online and use those. It's completely fine. Or you can just think about the intention, healing, and just say healing over and over again, and that's a chant. So you just want to go ahead and charge it with your own energy. Or you can also charge it with a candle. So for healing, I like to use white candles or blue candles. You can put the candle on top and burn it, or you can put it on the side. With the ingredients we used, you can go ahead and create like a circle of the ingredients we used, and then place the candle inside. Allow the candle to burn all the way out, and that's going to go ahead and further charge your oil. And so you can each day as it's charging on your altar, you can take it and shake it up a little bit, and then place it back on your altar, and you can further empower it with your own energy, pray over it, chant over it, recite an incantation. So this will keep for at least 6 months in a cool and dark place. And so I always encourage you guys to make smaller batches of oils, because usually if you make a bigger batch, it's going to go to waste, because these do go bad. The nose knows, and if it starts to smell weird or funky or rancid, that's when you want to throw it out and start again. But they do go bad. So making smaller batches just ensures that you ration out your ingredients and they'll last longer. Besides, I only use a little bit of the oil. Whenever I use this oil, I just put it on my fingertips, and I will anoint a candle, pour a few drops inside of a candle if it's encased in glass. If I put it like in a spell bag, a gree bag, or a poppet, I usually just use like drops or like little dabs on my finger. And this oil lasts a long time, you guys. I have oils that I've made in my shop that I still have, and it's already been like over 8 or 9 months, and I've been using them in my rituals on a monthly, weekly basis, things like that. So they do last a long time. So let's go ahead and just give it a quick little shake. It's so pretty. So again, this bottle was bought on Amazon. Everything else was bought, or not everything. The olive oil I bought at the grocery store. The flowers I bought at my Botanica. It's called Papa Jim's Botanica. I don't own it. It's just the one that I go to, so I call it mine. You can find them online moving forward, and then you can just Google whatever corresponds to healing, and find out what's around you that you can gather or buy or trade or things like that. So with that, I want to say, if you have any questions further, feel free to ask them down below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can, if I can. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I post new videos and I go live. You're able to join in on live streams, or see when the videos are posted. And to everyone, if you guys have found this video helpful or it has inspired you, I ask that you please pay it forward by liking the video and also commenting down below. Your interaction helps the channel to become more easily found by others just like yourself, who are looking for guidance and a sense of belonging in a community like ours moving forward. So help me help everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Much love and many blessings.